Hi, everybody. Welcome to the new normal. I'm your host, Lisa Davis, aka Litecoin Lisa, and today is Friday, so it's happy hour with my buddy Clint Westwood. You guys grab a drink, give us a like, and share this video while we take a quick break. We'll be right back with happy hour with my buddy Clint Westwood here on the new normal. Happy Friday, Westwood. I heard you got started a little bit before me.
A little bit, just a little bit. The red solo cup. I've got myself. What are you drinking today, Lisa?
You know, I know you'll never guess this, but I'm actually having Tito's and Fresca.
Tito's and Fresca. Sounds like a very refreshing drink on a warm day in the summer.
It's a perfect drink. I love it. Cheers.
Cheers. I have the infamous red solo cup, and I have a little bit of Jim Beam and some ginger ale. So it's Jim and ginger today.
Oh, sounds like an old dance couple.
It kind of does, doesn't it? Yeah.
You know. Yeah. Hey, looks like you got a haircut. You're looking all snazzy in your Team Mighty shirt.
I got my Team Mighty shirt on, and as I told you, I am probably not going to be able to wear this throughout happy hour because I've almost dribbled a couple of times, and I don't want to ruin it. Now, this Team Mighty shirt, the story behind this is Lisa had had the shirt all picked out, and she asked me, "Hey, what's a good shirt? These different styles." And I said, "That looks good," and I think, anyway. So, you got all these shirts out, hey, order now before the deadline. So Westwood didn't order one before the deadline. No, I didn't. Remember, I forgot to order it.
Oh, that's right.
The deadline passed, and then Paulie P, my buddy, he's so generous. He really is. He's a very generous dude. So he ordered up like 5 of them or something, and then he had a double XL, and he left here with me at the end of Westwood. And so this is the shirt. Thank you, Paulie P. You're the man. And then he also left another one for my daughter. So pretty cool.
Not a double XL.
Not a double XL. That was like a smaller medium. I think it's a medium. Double XL. Yeah. Whoa.
She's tiny. She's tiny.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of the last time we were at Westwood's, Fingies. I think I said it right that time. Fingies left a bunch of these Digibyte coins and the I think they're zinc Litecoin. Are they Litecoins? I think they're Litecoins. Right?
It's a Digibyte one. Yeah, it's a Digibyte. Fingies is making Digibyte coins. Just started drinking. Already cross-eyed, can't see what's going on.
Oh, yes, it is a Digibyte coin. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's a Digibyte coin, and then it has the Digibyte stuff, and then also these little plastic Digibyte ones. And I brought one of
poker chips.
Oh, they're poker chips. Okay,
yes,
I don't play poker.
Yes.
I didn't know.
No, that's good. Don't play in the old school casinos. Get the new coins. The crypto coins, the sound money for the digital age. That's the casino you want to be in. Get those chips. All right, go ahead.
I am renting you out as a commercial voiceover.
You need to. I mean, I will do that. Especially I will sponsor Tito's. I will. All this stuff. You just hook me up with them because
we're doing that.
I'm kind of shy. If you haven't noticed, but Lisa, you hook it up, you get it all going, and I will sponsor it. And I'll get out there and talk about showers in the summer, which won't even go there right now.
Anyway, so back to Finky's donation. So he gave one for, he gave a bunch of them at Westwood's. And I grabbed one for Mom. So we delivered Crypto Nana's to her. She sent him a picture. It was really cute. And then I saved one for me and my man. And then I got an extra one to give away I asked him if we could give one away on the channel. And so what my goal is to build up my Patreon, because I am we went to this Patriot event with Patriot Party Rocks, and I want to start being able to do stuff like that and invite everybody that I do a show with to come and attend those and be able to use that money from Patreon to pay for hotels and travel and all that kind of stuff.
And drinks.
And do meetups and drinks and all the good stuff.
All right, I'm in.
So I'm going to try to do a monthly giveaway. And this month, if you are a Patreon, which it's $5.
It's like $5. You can give more if you want. You know,
Yes.
if you want to donate more, you know, and sponsor Lisa, that's really what it is. You're sponsoring Lisa and
You're
all of the good
supporting the
content
channel.
she
Yes,
puts
and
out
the
there. So
show.
$5, just do the $5. And if you want to give 10, 15, 20, do it. She's worth
And
it.
I do extra stuff for my Patreon. I put a lot of extra information on there that I find on my Twitter. If you love
You
the
do.
conspiracy theory stuff, you'll be a happy Patreon member. So
So if you don't
I'm
want to
gonna say hi
work
to
like
everybody
me
in the
and you
chat.
don't want to dig for all this information, just spend $5 a month and go look at Lisa's Patreon, and she'll keep you up to date. It's easy. It's a
And it's
lifesaver.
fun.
I know.
And I also do message with my Patreon members. I check that, which I've been bad this week, but I typically check it once or twice a day, and I have really good contact with my Patreon members. So, so this will be all of July. If you're a member, I'm going to put everybody's name in a hat and do a drawing on our happy hour, and we'll see who wins. This will be the prize for July.
Oh, awesome.
So,
They're really cool.
cool.
They really are. I mean, they're
Yeah.
very unique, and they come from Thingies, who is a cool dude.
Yes.
He made those all up.
And I've learned how to say his name properly.
He's very smart, very intelligent guy.
He is very smart.
He knows
and
what's going on in the crypto space.
Yeah, really knowledgeable about security. I actually asked him to come on the show, and he was like, well, Lisa, then that kind of blows my whole thing about security. I'm like, well, you cannot show your face. And
he's gonna put the anonymous mask on, you know, show up. I am here to talk about security.
Yes, exactly. So, but he talked about the whole air gap thing. That might be something, if you understand that, which I know you do. Can you talk a little bit about that? Because so some of the news today, I thought this was the most ridiculous thing I'd ever heard. One of the news announcements was that Square, which is owned by Jack from Twitter, is announcing that they're creating a Bitcoin wallet, a hardware wallet.
Of course. Why not?
Who in the world would trust your Bitcoin to Jack?
I don't know. Well, he's already got with Cash App. They've got it's a software wallet. I mean, you know, you can hold your Bitcoin on it.
But a hardware wallet, the thought is that that's like in your safe. Like that's your generational wealth. That's your putting your gold.
That's your treasure chest. That's the pirate's booty that you bury and you have a treasure map for. Yeah, you got to take care of your booty.
Yeah, you know? Gotta watch the booty for sure.
Absolutely, that booty can get out of control.
Who would trust Jack with the booty? Not me.
I don't think Jack's got a booty.
No,
kind of a skinny guy, but it's.
He's just got the big weird beard.
Yeah, the weird beard. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you. I don't know. I mean, you're going to see more and more companies coming out doing this kind of stuff, though, because they want to make sure that they're holding your Bitcoin. They're holding your cryptos. You see this CBDC stuff, the central bank digital currency with I'm going to fold this all in. Because banks are basically irrelevant at this point with cryptocurrency. I mean, their days are numbered. So what they're going to try and do is, we'll be the custodians of crypto for you. We'll hold on to your crypto and keep it safe like we kept your money safe all these years. And so you've got the Bank of International Settlements, or the Buffet of International Settlements. I'm not sure which it is. You've got this guy, Karstens. What's his name? Augustin Karstens, the head of
that obese guy.
The head of the
BIS.
Yeah, the Buffet Lord. The Buffet International Settlement. Yeah, exactly. This guy has never seen a chair that wasn't scared. So this guy, he's coming out and he's saying that
he didn't like.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Doors are afraid of this guy. He's 46-inch wide, but he's talking about central bank digital currencies. That's what they want to do. They want everything to go digital, because at that point they can control everything. It's like you said, Lisa, you go to Kohl's, you get Kohl's Cash, but it expires after so long. And if you don't use it, sorry, it's just going to expire into your account. So you're not going to get cash anymore. They're going to pay you in these CBDCs, these central bank digital currencies. And they're going to hold it for you, and it's just going to be a great thing. Well, he comes right out and says, well, cash is kind of problematic because we can't really shut it off and you stop people from using it. But with these digital currencies, we can absolutely control everything that people do. They can pay for my prime rib dinner, and that's where you're going if you allow them to do that. So what's the answer to that? If we know everything's going digital, we know they want to go digital. Hey, maybe we should get some sound money for the digital age. Maybe we should get some Bitcoin and hold it in our own possession, not Jack's wallet, but a good wallet, an air-gapped wallet. EliPal's good, or Litecoin, or Digibyte. See, that's the solution to this digital world. Get into it before they gateway it all, and you can't freaking get any of it because they're gonna, like Grayscale. They've got 1.545 million Litecoin locked up right now. 2.3% of the whole Litecoin supply, existing supply right now, one company, Grayscale, is holding for their investment clientele. So you're gonna have these big entities coming in and scooping it all up. Right now, it's on sale. It's a blue light special. You might want to go out there and get some.
So once again, just to not circle back, but to revisit, when we're talking about security and the reason about having sovereign money, whether that is gold or silver, valuable assets in your possession, like cryptocurrencies that are things like Bitcoin and Litecoin, and then having them on a device like a hardware wallet that is air gapped. What
Yes.
does air gap mean?
Okay, air gapped. Okay, so there are hardware wallets. So you can download a software wallet. There's all kinds of different wallets that you can download on your phone. And those software wallets, you can have a QR code, a little square quick response code you can scan, send money to it, and it's on your phone. I mean, technically it's not, but it's just an interface to the blockchain. But the wallet's on your phone and you've got it. Well, that phone's always online and things can get hacked. So that's problematic. Now there are hardware wallets to where they're not always online. And, in order to send it, you need to initiate something on that hardware wallet to make the send. So it's another step away from just having it on your phone. So let's see, you've got Trezor, you've got Ledger. But the problem I see with those is you've got to connect them into a laptop or a computer.
Right.
So you plug them in and then they're connected while you're using them.
And then they're live.
They're live, they're online.
Okay.
And so if there's something going on there, some hacking, they've been hacked. I mean, some of these. So, but not knocking them. But there are air gapped wallets, which are hardware wallets. So you can, in order to send your crypto, you can have the wallet on your phone and see what it is, but you can't send it. So you might initiate a send on your phone, but you've got to have that hardware wallet. And if you have an air gapped one, that one never plugs into a computer. So it's never on the internet. And so it's just communicating between the phone and the device. And some of them are Bluetooth and others aren't. They're completely air gapped where they're not making a connection to that phone. So in order to send the data, you scan a QR code on the device, and then that scans a QR code on the phone. And so they communicate that way via air, internet, no connections. And then that's how you send it. So that's really the most secure way.
Would it be kind of like having two signatures?
Kind of. I mean, in a way, it's if you look at it that way.
Because it's two separate things to make the transaction happen.
Yeah, it's almost like you've got what do you call it? Somebody that protects your estate. What do you call them? And so
like
in order,
fiduciary.
Yeah, somebody, or a lawyer or something, whatever it is. It's like, hey, I want to take, this money out of my account. Okay, well, you need to, ask this guy to be able to do it. It's like nuclear codes. Not one guy can do it. So you got to have two separate, entities or devices in this case, being activated. And so it's much more secure than having the stuff online. Now, a lot of people, it's not easy to do. I mean, you've got to learn this stuff and you got to go out and do some research on it. And it's important to do that, though, because we're in a situation where do we trust the banks to hold our money anymore? And, you've got, if you're in Wells Fargo, I mean, you've got a credit line, personal credit lines to where it's like, oh, yeah, hey, I can go in and get my money and this and that. Well, they've cut those off now. And so the banks can do whatever they want to that money once you put it in there. And then in that case, it's not your money anyway. It's just poker chips. But you try withdrawing over $10,000 of cash out of a bank, and you're going to fill out a bunch of paperwork, and they're going to want to know where it's going. And they may not even have it at that bank. Believe it or not, I've run into that in the past where I've sold a house. They don't have the cash to give you. Come back later.
One time they made Charlie and I go to 3 different banks.
Yeah.
And we had to go give them like more than so many hours or days before ahead of time. And I was like, what in the world? I mean, if people really knew. And one of the things that I did post on my Patreon was the Rockefeller, when they did the bank holidays, he started those fireside chats, and because the American people did not have a clue. And he said,
Roosevelt,
FDR. Roosevelt.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. And he was like, the American people do not have a clue how the banking industry works.
No.
And he was like, when you put money in the bank, it's not in there.
No.
And I think we're back at that place, or we're still at that place, and people really don't understand. They think that their money's in there. They think that, I mean, this precious lady that I met at the event, she's like, well, I just put my money where Warren Buffett does. And I said, do you really think you know where Warren Buffett puts his money?
No,
Do you
because
think
he's
he tells
bad
you?
mouthing Bitcoin and calling it rat
Yeah,
poison. Meanwhile, he's
yeah,
investing in it, investing in
yes,
mining cities. And
yeah,
so, they're going to lie to you. They're not going to tell you where they're
yeah,
going to put it. They're going to front load the future, and then you're going to get on the caboose.
yeah,
Maybe you might make it on the train. Maybe not. And if you're not,
yeah,
too bad. That's, it's just the way it is, because you're not part of the club. So
yeah.
it's, don't think, okay, Warren Buffett, this guy, he claims he pays no taxes like most of the wealthy, which is a smart thing, because they aren't, he makes like $50,000 a year in a salary. Okay, but he's a multi-billionaire. Well, how is that? How does that work? Well, guess what? All the entities that he controls and has authority over, just like, foundations, and companies, they make all the money and they run it through and do all the expenses and all that stuff. And he pays himself a salary to where, he basically pays no taxes. But he has
So you're
access to
saying that,
control all that stuff.
but
So
you're
it's
saying
basically like
that
owning it.
that saying then, so you'll own nothing and you'll be happy, could be a true statement if we did it the way that the
If we do
elites
it
do
like
it.
they do it, then exactly. See, they tell you the
Nope,
truth, but
we
it's
own
inverted
nothing.
truth. It's inverted
Yes.
truth.
Yeah.
And see, that's what it is. It's all this, inverted mentality, this, get into that dark stuff, but that's what it is. And so if you learn how they play the game, they're telling you how to do it. They're telling you what they're going to do to you, but you're too stupid. That's the way I look at it. You're too stupid to figure it out. Ha ha ha. You deserve what you get. And that's the attitude of the people, the ruling class for centuries now. And hopefully, the one thing at the root of it all, and I think that's what, Johnny got into yesterday, it's the money.
Mm-hmm.
The money controls everything. That's the blood in the body of the vampire. And so when you can transfer that, blood transfusion, that's what we need to do right now. We all need to take blood transfusions out of the old system, put it in the new system. What's the new system?
Because it's energy.
It's cryptocurrency. That's all it is. Who was it? Going parabolic today, Jason Williams. He says, what is money? He just posted a tweet. What is money? Okay, it's energy. It's your energy. So, I mean, when money is your energy, when you're paid in the U.S., I'm sorry, not even the U.S., the Federal Reserve note, you're allowing your energy to go into that. And when they devalue that by 20% a year or more, and that's why you're paying how much for meat right now, and how much for a house right now when it shouldn't be that much, but they're devaluing it. So they're robbing you of your energy. And so you got to start thinking, all right, maybe I should start getting paid in crypto, or maybe I should take that and immediately put what I can in crypto, because you still got to pay bills in dollars and all that stuff. But you got to look at it as, okay, what's going to hold value in the long term? You look at, 20 years ago, this cost this much and now it costs this much. And my wages were this and they're only this now. And so that's how you get robbed. So you have to look at, okay, what am I going to put my energy into? If they're going to pay me in garbage, and I can still take that garbage and I can put it into something sound, whether it's gold, whether it's silver, whether it's Bitcoin, Litecoin, Digibyte, whatever it is, you got to start looking at it that way, because that is the future. That is the future money. So, put your energy into the future money so it holds value for your kids.
Well,
because
and
they're
I'm
not looking
trying
out for you.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell as many people as I can. I'm screenshotting stuff and putting it on Facebook and like telling my normies, and I'm like, don't say I didn't warn you. And then I just leave Facebook and I don't read the comments.
No, because it's vitriolic, it's
my
horrible.
goodness.
It really is. But that shows you how many people are asleep. I mean, there are so many people who are not awake. And I don't know how you just keep doing what you're doing. You keep throwing the message out there. You woke up somehow. I woke up somehow. Somebody said something that resonated with us at some point. I don't know who it was, where, whatever. But if there's enough of those people out there, those voices in the wilderness calling out, and those lighthouses that you're seeing that light, pretty soon you start thinking, well, man, they're still doing the same things. They're still out there saying the same things and showing the light. Maybe there's something to it. And, not everybody's going to wake up. People, so many people. I don't even want to get into this whole prick thing, but I mean, But
no, I'm with you. When they announced the third booster and then an annual booster now for the prick, and I'm like, people, do you not see this?
We live in a world full of pricks. They're all around us. They're pricks everywhere, and it's just, but I mean, it's just like, well, guess what? Yeah, get in line again. Yeah. And it's just, oh my gosh, I don't even know what to.
Well, I think it's like Johnny and I kind of landed on yesterday is that taking that energy, we know what the energy is, and
Yeah.
taking that energy and building something with it and saying, stop
Mhm.
giving them your energy,
Right.
put it into something positive, put it into crypto. And I think that's what, we're all trying to do with the community that we're building and
Yep.
building stuff in crypto. I was really excited to see, I saw an article where they were actually, there's a lot of companies, because it's so obvious that the world is going blockchain. That is the new internet. And so eventually, just like every business went online, every business has a website.
Yep.
Every business will be involved and engaged with the blockchain. And
Yeah.
so all these businesses are looking for people, but they don't even know what to ask to hire somebody who knows
Right.
something about blockchain.
Right.
And so even some of us that, you don't have to be a coder
Mm-mm.
to possibly get hired or be helpful. Like, I was really excited. Have a meeting with my friend with Leukemia Lymphoma Society to help them. We finally have gotten them to agree to receive crypto for donations, and I'm going to be a part of helping them with that. And so I'm like, oh my gosh, I could even turn that's something I could turn into a business opportunity.
Mhm.
I could go reach
We
out to
could.
other nonprofits and
Yep.
say, can I help you, engage in crypto and do some kind of, contracting? And most of the people in our audience, I think, in our community could
Yeah.
do things like that. What do you do as your daily job? And can you go to that industry and say, hey, how can I help you engage in crypto in some form or fashion? You don't have to be the expert at all of it. And most likely, a lot of us, know somebody who knows somebody that as things come up, you know what, I've got my buddy Johnny Litecoin that I can
Mhm.
call about that. Or I can put out an ask about this in the community and get somebody else connected with that. Oh, you need a coder? Let's ask the community about this or that. So I think there's
Well,
a lot of
I needed a
opportunity.
job, Lisa. So you start that up, and I'll be more than happy to go in and we'll do whatever we need to do to get people educated on the cryptocurrency. I love to educate people. I mean, that's my background. I mean, I would love to be
Yes.
able to
Yeah.
spend time helping people. I got to get paid though. I mean, helping
Well,
people get
that was the thing.
set up with wallets, explaining what the blockchain is, explaining what cryptocurrency is, giving options, and
So,
just getting people onboarded
yeah, at this
because
Patriot meetup, I really talked to her afterwards, and we, it was the first time I had been with the group, and Ben was there, and we really talked about some Patriot stuff. And I really wanted to focus on Operation Sunlight and Bet on Main Street. And then Ben grabbed the microphone, started talking, and you guys know how he gets. He got really passionate about, all the history stuff and all that. But they had a lot of questions about cryptocurrency, and so we talked, and we're talking about maybe doing a workshop next time. And I talked to her about like just keeping it really simple. Talk
yeah.
about some basic safety, how to download a wallet. I think I'm gonna talk to Robert Beatles about partnering and maybe using Monarch Wallet. And then I can maybe do a twofold thing where we're talking about Operation Sunlight and
Hmm.
supporting
That makes
Monarch
sense.
Wallet. And there's some things inside Monarch Wallet, like you can you connect with Celsius and
Yeah,
earn
and get
interest.
and
So
earn interest on the coins that you leave in there, but still have
yeah,
custody in that wallet of so it's
of those coins. So I
right.
think that would be a cool like tool to maybe use. But I think that's something that we could do in like a 1 hour session or maybe 2 hour, I don't know, but a pretty quick session where you're like, here's basic safety, download a wallet and buy some crypto really quick, and how to safely
Right.
store it and how to move it.
Yep.
Um, and I think just having that really basic class or whatever would be really beneficial to people. And yes, charge for it because it's going to cost for
It's
travel,
I mean, it's
and it's
time and
gonna
it's the
take our
knowledge.
time.
It's
Yeah,
very,
I
just
don't think
coming
there's
into the
anything
space.
wrong with that.
There are people I know right now who, and I just don't have time to do it because I'm dealing with other things I shouldn't be dealing with. But there are people right now that I know would get into cryptocurrency, and I
Mhm.
should, as a good human being, make time to sit down and say, listen, this is what it's all about. They get it enough that they're interested, but to
Mhm.
walk them through, listen, this is what, but it's a time thing, you've got to make sure that they understand exactly what they're getting into. It's their money. It's money people have
Yes.
worked for their whole lives. So, they've got to know exactly what they're getting into and what it entails. So, but I just, and they'd pay for it. They absolutely would, because they know nothing about it. They know nothing about it. They don't have clue one on how do I go buy Litecoin? I mean, I have no idea. Yeah, I'd like to get some, but how do I do it? Can you buy it for me? And see, I don't want to do that. I want to teach them how to do it, but that takes time. No, I don't think it is either. And I wouldn't do it.
Some people are doing some stuff like that I think they need to be very careful.
It's not for me. But, just walk them down to a coin flip ATM. I mean, teach them to sign up on Coinbase or Gemini, and just spend that time to do it, put the work in, and then tie it into their bank so they can deposit money and show them how to do it. And then you got to teach them to take the money off and put it into their own wallet. So there's multiple steps there, but once they get it, then you're like, okay, they're off and running. And then they might have questions later, but it needs to happen. I mean, more of us need to be doing that. I need to be doing that.
Yeah.
I need to make that my job.
I think it's building that, if we build that template where it's like, okay, you have people register and they have to do XYZ to register. And so maybe they have to sign up for Coinbase, those kind of things. I mean,
that they can do on their own,
because you need some of those things done before they get there.
Right.
But then be able to have, do the safety education, the internet hygiene that Voice talks about, and then talking about moving the coins and all that kind of stuff. So I think it could be something really beneficial that could be also duplicatable. I don't know. I think it could be a lot of fun.
Well, that's it. It's something I would enjoy doing. I mean, as opposed to what I do now. And it's just, and because I do enjoy it when people, listen, in this decaying Roman Empire in which we find ourselves at this time in history, there's nothing more gratifying than teaching someone how to fish their way out of it, because that's exactly what you're doing. You're teaching them, this is how you sustain yourself in the future. This is the new money. Everybody up here wants to get it, and they want to scare you out of it, because that's what they're trying to do right now. So if you got weak hands and you can't hang on to it, you're like, oh my gosh, you look at it in the price of the US dollar terms, and don't be doing that. Look at it for what it is. If you hold an asset that there's only so many of, somebody's going to want to take that from you, and they're going to try and scare you out of it. But that asset, when you hold it, you look at Bitcoin 5 years ago, you get it for a couple $100. Right now, it's over $30,000, and people are whining because it went up to over 60,000. Now it got cut in half. It's like, no, the long-term trend is that it is the money of the future. It is the money that governments are going to settle their debts in. And, because they don't trust each other. It's like banks, that's when the banks crash. They don't trust each other. That's probably why the lines of credit have been cut off, is because the banks at this point realized we got some problems coming up here, and we don't want to be, having anybody owe us any more money than we need to. So we got to kind of shore up, because there's a war coming. Something's going to happen.
I think the same thing. I think we're going to see a bank holiday.
Probably.
And I think that's why.
Here's your CBDCs, as Litecoin Moses said, today in a thread. He's like, close the bank, and next thing you know, here's your digital currency, that got shut down.
And you don't have an option.
And that's it, is what it is. And then they can control it, and they can do whatever they want. Get ahead of that thing and get money that you can control. And, if you don't know what cryptocurrency is, you look at something. I'm going to use the example of Litecoin. Litecoin does not work through a bank. It works through a network of computers that we all choose to run the Litecoin code on. So it runs 24/7 for almost 10 years now. And you can transfer your wealth, your value, your money, your energy to any other person in the world, any time of the day. And no one can stop you from doing that. No government, no regulatory agency, no bank, nothing. So it's outside of their systems completely. And there's several cryptocurrencies like that. Bitcoin, Digibyte. I mean, there's other ones. I talk about those because those are, that's what I like. But
decentralized.
They're very, exactly. They're decentralized. And okay, so a lot of times when you have a depression, what happens is the government pulls the money. The central bank pulls the money in. And, well, guess what? You can't pay your bills? We're going to come take your farm. Oh, that house that you got all leveraged up on? We're going to come take that now, because there's not enough liquidity for you to make money to be able to make that payment. So they come in and they scoop it all up. Wouldn't it be nice to be outside that system and be able to actually generate your own money by, like, maybe mining Digibyte or mining some Litecoin or like Redcoin, which I'm a big fan of, because you're staking it and you're getting rewards on it just for participating in the network. You're generating your own money outside their system, and then you find like-minded individuals that will accept that for their services and their energy. I'll take Litecoin all day long. I don't know what my talents are, but I can talk and I can drink. So if you want to just hang out at the bar, pay me in Litecoin. I'd be the happiest guy in the world. But I would accept Litecoin for over $1, over gold, over silver, because I know when you send me Litecoin, it's legit. The network verifies it. I don't have to test it. I don't have to put a yellow marker on it. I know it's good money. And so that's why I'm such a big advocate, a big fan of these cryptocurrencies that are solid. And that one right there is, to me, the one. All right, I've been rambling. I need to change my shirt. I'm going to spill something on it. I need to reload my drink.
You are so hilarious that you're so worried about spilling something on your shirt. Yeah. So, well, I'm excited. I mean, I think this is, just as we're having this happy hour, it's kind of happening organically, but I think our community can help us do this. If you guys believe in and want to, here, I'll take you off film because I don't think we need to watch you change your clothes. But you guys in the community, if you want to see these classes happen, I think Patreon would be a great way that we could facilitate or fund this. I think it would be really cool. I would love to be able to invite everybody that I do my weekly show. So I have Mom A invited, and Amy, and Public, and Johnny, and Westwood, and like, we could do a thing where they each have a breakout session and be able to talk about, their specialty, but then also have that like training where we could bring new people. And then in the evening, we can all have dinner together and have a big meetup or something. And then maybe the next morning, it's the second half of the breakout. I don't know. This is off the cuff, but I think that through the Patreon channel and everybody that watches, if you guys could support that, it's $5 a month. And there's some other friends of mine that are doing really well on their Patreon, and that's the way they're able to then support and do these meetups and push adoption. And I want to be a part of that too. So I'm going to do the monthly giveaway. This month is the Fingies gave us the Digibyte poker chip. Now I know that's a poker chip. I just thought it was this cool plastic coin. And then also the Digibyte metal coin. He said it's not silver. I think he said it's zinc, and it's in a little plastic protective case. And then we put it in this little thing. So that'll be the giveaway for everybody that's a Patreon member. The link is in the description. You can also donate to the channel through the PayPal donation link, as well as I have a coin tree if you wanted to give crypto. So we've got lots of other. And then I'm going to try to read some of these questions. Don't forget about Digibyte along with Litecoin. Tuesday CPI report is supposed to be disastrous, according to Uncle Cliff. Yes, and we have heard that. We talked about that yesterday too. Nana says they'll try a cyber attack. I think that is coming. I have some people saying that it'll be in August, but I really kind of think it's going to be this month. Remember a lot of the messaging about it's going to be a hot summer. So be sure that you're looking out for, elderly and young people in your life, that you're checking on them, and do things like just, get some extra water, stuff like that. Just be smart about it, because we know Hayden already gave them the roadmap to how they can cyber attack us and hurt us the most. Crypto Nana is my role model. Yes, she's a really wonderful lady. What do y'all have to say about Apple and co-founder choosing Bitcoin over gold? Well, I'm glad he finally clued in. Good for him. I saw that.
Wozniak.
Well,
he's been to some Bitcoin conferences before, and he always kind of says, well, I don't own Bitcoin. But listen to this. All right. What was it? John McAfee said, well, I don't own any cryptocurrencies, because he didn't, because his entities that he controlled, let's go back to that, they owned it. So when Wozniak says, well, I don't own any Bitcoin, well, maybe his trust does. You
I
know,
own nothing,
right?
and I'm happy.
Exactly, and you would be, because that's the whole. I mean, if you take away one thing, start thinking about that. Get your stuff in a trust, and then control the trust and pass the trust along, and then that way it's a whole different ball game. It's not in your name; they can't come after you, and you can say all these things. Well, I don't own any of it. You know, I ain't got no money. You know, and that's what they do.
Okay, so Polly's asking what exactly is the fear of July 13th, Uncle Cliff and Snippy. So that's what they're talking about. Polly, is this report, the CPI, the labor board. There's report is coming out that's going to show
How bad the
basically
economy is.
how bad the
Really
economy
is.
really is.
Yeah.
And it should expose that.
Well, the signs are
But
all
weren't we
around us.
supposed to have a report by now about Space Force? And
Yeah, well, it kind of came out, I guess. I don't know.
you think?
I don't know. I mean, it was just kind of like, because you had a whole live thing on, I don't know, one of the Travel Channel or one of those things where they've got the guy that goes around and eats food and goes to different restaurants and stuff. And, you know, he was doing the UFO declassified last week live, and they're showing these videos that we've all seen, you know,
Yeah.
what's this? What's that? I mean, all it is, it's a slower rollout, you know, and maybe they changed the timeline and realized, we got to roll it out a little bit slower to coincide with the crash, you know, the economic crash. You know, so who knows? But yeah, things are coming to a head, and I agree with you. September, October is usually the time frame when they like to really bring things down. So I'd watch that after you get out of August, and you know, because things kind of get back to normal. Everybody's on vacation now, you know, and the markets aren't what they are because the traders aren't there. And once you start getting kids back into schools, and you know, everybody's in the control system again in August, they love to bring things down in September and announce all these bad economic things, and then October, you know, in that time frame. So those 2 months are the ones I'd watch out for. They're always those 2 months where they do announce it.
I think that's when the bad guys announce it, because people are trapped and going into the fall, and that's the worst time to do it.
Bought a fridge.
I almost think the good guys are gonna do it earlier because people are home.
That would make sense if I were doing it. Yeah, I mean, I would definitely do it before then, just from the standpoint of, yeah, you don't want to be back in that situation where you have a bunch of sitting ducks again, because you know how they love to pull all the little events, you know, in the schools, you know, in the stronghold cities, you know, that they control. So you need to, I mean,
I got to tell you, I'm like having some anxiety about having to have some hard conversations with the ex. I mean, he's a year and a half late on child support, deadbeat dad. Gotta have a lot of respect for that. And I'm about to pull that card, because if they are going to be teaching this CTR, and you know, they're in Australia, they accidentally jabbed or pricked some kids. Like, my kid already has medical issues. I may pull rank, and we may be looking at homeschooling or something, because I'm just not ready, unless some things turn really quickly. I'm not ready to risk his health and safety.
No, I don't blame you, because, you know, and a lot of it comes down to the local control too. And it depends on how big the school is and the school board and whether or not they're going to follow guidelines. But again, it comes down to, they don't want to give up that federal money. So they're going to kind of, you know, well, we got to follow the CDC guidelines. And what we're seeing around here is the schools getting a lot of heat from the local community to, you know, hey, we're not going along with this. And, you know, so they're like, okay, we're doing the best we can to try to sidestep all the entities that are controlling the schools right now. Because the school lunches, they're federally funded. I mean,
but don't you feel like in your community, you have a smaller community, and so there's more accountability? Like, I'm in a really large
that's the problem.
district, and there is a lot of CYA going on, and it is about keep the parents out so we can have our money, and we'll just do, you know, don't let the parents know so that we can get all the money.
Well, did you see?
It's concerning.
It is concerning, because as things get bigger, just like government, as it gets, you know, and that's why constitutionally, the government at the national level is very limited. Can only do so much, and the rest of it devolves to the states and then to the local communities, because we know how to run our lives. But as things get bigger and they get bloated, that's when things get out of control, because, you know, it's about the money, it's about being unaccountable, and they rig things, and, you know, and so when it gets too big, it becomes problematic. And so, you got to keep people in check. But I saw, and I don't even know where it was. I don't even know what school district it was, what state it was, but you had I think it was a board member. It could have been the superintendent. I don't know, an administrator that supposedly had authority talking to the parents. They vaccinate. They did whatever they did. They pricked the kids. Sorry, they pricked the kids without giving the parents knowledge that they were going to do that.
Right.
And then the guy said, "Well, too bad," and walks off the stage. That's just the way it is. And it's just like, no, wait a minute. I mean, I don't care how you feel about that whole thing, but it's my body, my choice, right?
Right.
But when you have a school administration, that's gotten to that point to where they feel so unaccountable, and they feel like they're in this ivory tower to where they can do whatever they want. I mean, that's a problem. I mean, you look at your tax bill, it comes out of your house. The majority of it goes to the school district. I mean, you're paying for all this stuff. I mean, at what point do we say that's enough?
And I think the narrative, if we go back to, so there was some report today or somebody talking about, and they're like, well, we're letting people have their rights. We're trying to give the people as many rights. And I'm like, what? No. You don't let people have their rights. Even when I was in Sturgis, I saw this thing, and I respect as veterans. I have a deep respect for the military. I have family that are military, and I respect the sacrifice. But I saw this sign, and it said something about politicians, something, but veterans gave you your rights. And I was like, no, God gives you.
No, we had those rights. The Constitution just enunciates those rights and reaffirms those rights.
And veterans protected your rights.
Absolutely.
And the politicians are supposed to also protect and advocate for your rights.
Yes.
And so we've gotten backwards on this, just like the whole government thing. It's not that they allow us to do things. It's that they are supposed to get out of our way and do what we ask them to do. They're not supposed to be giving us any rights. They're not supposed to impede any of our rights.
Like, no, we gave them the user manual. No, you're right.
That's the right way, but it's so inverted.
It is inverted because you had 13 colonies that were not going to become a union because the Constitution, as it was written, they're like, nope, not doing it. Because we've been through this. We know how people are. We know human nature. We know how tyrants are. We just came from one. We need to further enunciate and lay out what we know are rights, because in the future, they're going to get forgotten if we don't write this stuff down. And so that's when the Bill of Rights came along. So you added the first 10 amendments to the Constitution, and then the states or the colonies said, all right, fine, we're good now because we have a First Amendment, Second Amendment, Fourth Amendment. I mean, we're covered. And they knew they were covered if those things were obeyed. Problem is, nobody adheres to it anymore. You've got, when the government tells you that, well, the Second Amendment only applies in certain circumstances. No, we're the ones that told you and allowed you to come into existence out of nothing, that allowed you to exist and told you these are our rights, and we're going to show you on black and white that these are our rights. And when you tell us that, no, well, under certain conditions they are, no, you're done. And so that's why, and it all comes down to the money. It comes down to the money, because if they don't have the ability to print unlimited money, we don't go to Afghanistan. We don't go to Iraq. We don't do all these endless wars that are now finally ending, hopefully. But you don't have all these government agencies that can spy on emails, from Fox News, commentators. If they don't have the money, and if they had sound money like the Constitution says, they would not be able to do that. They'd have to go and mine gold or silver somewhere. But no, now they're on this standard to where there is no standard, and they can create it, and we're fine with it because, we're going to get more stimulus. We're going to get a bailout. We're going to get this. We're going to get that. You got to change the mindset. You got to realize if you're going to be free, you got to value your energy.
First. Yes.
Value the energy that you put out and lock that energy up into something that's valuable. Now, I've looked around, and really the only things I find that are valuable, silver, gold, Second Amendment stuff, cryptocurrencies. I mean, things that you can control. Quit participating in that rigged game. Quit going into that casino. Find ways not to give them power and give them energy, whatever it is, but find it.
Yeah,
Because the
definitely.
government's not your friend, it's your enemy. That's why we have a constitution, because all they do is usurp the rights of people. They want to steal your energy, and that's all the government does. That's all they do. That's just the way it is.
Yeah, well, Mom had posted a thing. There was a report today that the CDC was saying that the people that had been pricked no longer have to wear a mask. And I'm like, once again, that's the magic. That's the reverse mindset. They don't get to say that.
No.
That is an abuse of government power. That we are free and
you
sovereign.
don't get to breathe air on this earth.
You don't get to say
unless
yes.
We give you this unauthorized thing that has never passed any tests. And that was a good point. I saw Jim Cramer on Mad Money, which whatever, Jim Cramer, but he's talking about, well, why is it that the FDA hasn't approved these pricks yet? Because if they did, then we can mandate that everybody gets one. But now it's just emergency authorization use authorization, whatever it is. Why hasn't it been tested? And because probably you're going to find out things you don't want to know. So why test it? Let's convince the sheep that we need to get it, or else we can't do these things. Or we take the mask off now. Oh, but wait, get in line again because round 3 is coming. Because Pfizer just announced that. I mean,
I was really excited. There was a constitutional lawyer, and I know I tweeted it and I read through it. And I think I'm going to get doormats made. Definitely
knock like you're the police.
Sign.
Knock, but not like you're the police. What is it?
No, it's so constitutionally and to be protected under the law, you can say that they're trespassing, and then he tells them. You let them know that they're trespassing.
Put the signs out and say no trespassing.
If you have a sign at every entrance of your property or your domicile, I think is what
your castle, whatever you want to call it.
Your castle. And then you notify them. There's no reason to be violent or anything.
No,
you just say no trespassing. You're not welcome here. And then they are lawfully obligated to leave, and then you contact the police immediately and you say there's trespassers here.
You contact your local police.
Yes,
your
local sheriff's
police
department, your local police, and then they can't.
And if they don't protect your rights as the sheriff is sworn to do, then you vote him out. You go and you start a campaign. You run for sheriff. Find somebody that's legit and you get them in office because it's a voted in position. And then go watch the vote because it's local. Be a participant. Get in there. Be an election official. Take back control of the county. If you can do that at the county level, ain't nobody coming in from the federals. Federales, they're not coming in because the sheriff can say, get out. You have no authority here. I am following the Constitution and protecting the rights of these people in this county. You are not allowed. And the sheriff can do that. Now, they can roll in with tanks if they want, but, that ain't going to end too well.
Well, and we know what Hayden threatened us all with. But through Operation Sunlight, if you go to operationsunlight.com, there are tools that you can register, and they give you tools to connect with your local voting resources. There are like 40,000 seats through your local voting authorities, and less than half of them are filled. They don't let people know because they want the people that are in control right now to stay in control, but they can't deny you to be part of the process. If you find that there's an open seat in your county, in your local area, you can be part of it. And it's not a lot of work. It's not like some full-time job or anything, but it's just having your eyes on it, and it's adding accountability. And so they give you all the tools. Go to operationsunlight.com. You enter some basic information and let them know, what area you're in. They can give you some there's other emails that you can copy and paste. They let you know who your county clerk is, and you can get information on the count in your local area, and then how to get that to your county clerk, and then get that information retrieved and sent to Dr. Shiva, who's putting that all together.
Yeah, he's a good dude. I mean, go follow him. I don't know what his website is and all this, but his videos, what he puts out, okay, he's out there quite a bit. I got you. Yeah. I retweeted something today. It was a doctor who was kind of breaking down the whole prick situation. And I don't even know what his name was, but I saw it and I watched it and I'm like, wow, makes a lot of sense. I mean, so I mean, go check that out. I don't know if you follow me
Well,
on
the other
Twitter.
thing
My
is,
handle's right there, but check it
when I
out.
was in South Dakota, Dr. Stella was there, and she's offering to help anyone who becomes ill. And she has that stuff that Mr. T mentioned, and is able to prescribe that to people. So you can look for her website and connect and get some help with that if you were able to.
And you can order.
Unfortunately,
I don't even know if I can say it. I should probably write it down. I mean, you can order it right off Amazon and get the drops. I mean, the original, like the Chincona bark. What is the base of?
Oh, really?
Hydroxy. Yeah. Anyway.
Oh, really? I didn't know
You
that.
could
Okay.
here.
Well, that's what you can go to her website, and she's a
I mean,
legitimate
you can order
doctor.
that right off Amazon
Okay.
and get the drops. And I mean, it's Fauci. Even in like 2005, there was a medical journal article where he's, oh yeah, it absolutely does. It fights the viruses and all this stuff. It's like, man. I mean, they've known about this. This is
People are
nothing but a
really
sham. This is the Great
get sick
Reset. This is all this is. This is the Great
Yeah.
Reset. This is
It's
all this
not
whole
about.
thing is. It's
Yeah.
it's the economic collapse. It collapsed in what, September of 2019. It started going downhill. I mean, it never happens right away. It's a process.
Right.
And so instead of going into another great war, what do? They say, oh well, it's this war against this unknown, thing that we can just eternally, fight. And it's a 1984 thing. I mean, it's just like, you never know who you're fighting. It's just somebody new every day. Well, it's this new variant, it's this new thing. But,
Yeah. And I'm not really concerned for our health.
I'm not either.
Really
I don't
more
care.
concerned for
Obviously not. I'm
people's.
drinking out of red Solo cups all day, so I'm good.
I'm more concerned for people's wallets and their, resources. And at the same time, I'm not. I think I'm kind of relieved because I think as we go through this, as unfortunate as it is that I believe a lot of Americans live month to month, I think that will almost protect them, because as we transition, the ones that do see the opportunity will get into things like cryptocurrency, that sound money, gold, silver, the things we can have sovereign in our own custody. The ones that don't see that will just be the blind that sleep through this.
Well, they choose
transition.
not to see it. I mean,
Yeah.
and that's just
And they'll
it.
just sleep through the transition. They'll still be in Groundhog Day. They'll wake up and they'll be spending their CBDCs versus their US dollars. They won't even know what happened to them.
It's never too late to buy Bitcoin. It's never too late to buy Litecoin because there's only so much of that pie to go around. It's a finite, there's only so many pieces. And so, as more people come into it, it's, again, how many people? 7 billion people in the world. That's only 0.01 Litecoin per person. 0.01. So as people wake up, you buy it when you deserve it, I guess. I mean, if you got the eyes to see and the ears to hear, you're going to get into it. You're going to realize what this thing is and how powerful it really is to hold your own money. I mean, to be your own bank, because that's what it is. I mean, it's very empowering. And once you get a taste of that, and that's why these meetups that you're talking about and these lessons, to show people how to send that money and how quickly it gets sent, it's very empowering. I mean, you are not asking permission to send your energy, your value, your money anywhere. Sunday at 3:30, doesn't matter. Boom, sent, done. I mean, very empowering. And once you realize that, you're like, why have I been playing this game? Why have I been doing this my whole life? This is ignorant. I'm not doing it anymore.
I'm going to jump over to Pilled. I'm sure I'm doing something wrong because for some reason I can't get it to load. So if you guys are on Pilled
Banned
or
off Pilled
app, I don't think so. No. I think I'm just something wrong.
What I've noticed? What I've noticed this week, Lisa, on your videos, since you've been at Nana's, is that they've kind of been freezing a little bit. I mean, they haven't been stopping, but I mean, I've noticed you've frozen a few times.
So
now it seems like
home now.
Yeah, you are, aren't you?
So hopefully it's better.
It's been better today. Now that you say that, yeah, it has been better. But I noticed when you were at Nana's, it was kind of freezing up there. I don't know if you were going back and grabbing a bottle of wine behind you and and pausing it, or what was going on there. But
no, I'm not. I'm not a wine drinker, but
No.
hopefully the Pilled is working okay. We'll check on it. But good to see you, Zog. We miss you.
Zog, man, where you been? I was
Good
thinking
to
about
see
Zog
you.
today.
He's a good guy.
I've not seen
for
him in a
sure.
while.
We need to do another New Jersey meetup. We haven't seen the crew.
It was a great
The
meetup.
Northeast crew in a long
It's a
time.
great meetup. I know. Well, there's going to be one in. It's not necessarily the East Coast because it's Pittsburgh. It's Western Pennsylvania.
Yeah, I saw Becca
Rebecca's going
posting
to have
about
one. Yeah.
October 9th for
I don't know when it
Bitcoin
is.
in the Berg.
It's in one, like the first or second weekend in October, and I'm trying to think. Okay, am I going to have another Westwood? When am I going to do it? Are you going to do something? Or
I was talking about doing something. So my birthday is October 21st, so I thought about doing a meetup for that. But then now we're talking about doing maybe a class or something, which I'd like to do that sooner than later if we can get the support from the community and maybe some help coordinating all that and interest for it. I guess we'd have to like plan it out enough that I could, push it out there to get people to sign up for it. And then I don't know about location. I'm kind of thinking maybe Dallas area, just because you can get flights pretty cheap to Dallas. It's only 3
I'm going to drive,
hours from
so
me.
I will drive wherever you have it, so long as it's not like way out there.
Yeah, so I would do either Oklahoma City area or Dallas, or what would be north, Kansas City? Would that be easy for
Kansas City
everybody?
would probably be a big hub. I mean, it's in the center of the country. I mean, right in the middle.
That might be a good place to go, Kansas City. You
we
guys
know
give us
we know a guy.
some suggestions in the comments and let us know what you think about. Yes, I would love to do Charleston. Are you kidding me? I feel like I am a Southern girl. I would love to live on the Southern coast.
Southern Belle. You're kind of a Southern Belle. I can kind of see that. Yeah. I think you were at one point in another life.
I was, yeah.
I think so.
Life.
I think so.
Mm-hmm. I need like a big house with a porch and those big trees with the moss hanging off of them.
Yes. Yeah, I can see the big lane going up there. Take that horse and buggy right up the middle.
And like 400 children running around the yard.
And sit out and drink some bourbon on the deck and porch.
I'd be so happy. Oh, man. What a day. Well, so I think we've been pretty productive for a happy hour. We're like planning a meetup where we're going to teach people how to pretty simply get started in crypto. And we've got the community behind us to get started. Oh, that would be an irony, wouldn't it? Jekyll Island, Jenny. Oh, Jenny says
that would be a good one.
In Jekyll Island.
Yeah, no kidding. Jekyll Island.
That would be awesome.
Holy cow. That would be pretty cool. That would be.
Yes, Mitchie, we're building.
Building. You know, you're talking about the dates. Tell me what you think the dates are, the woo-woo stuff, as far as what's going to happen this week. The 13th is a big date, maybe, because the announcement, the BLI.
Well, it's Shark Week.
It's Shark Week. And then the 21st, I mean, let's not forget, see how quickly we forget things. You know, the McAfee thing with Whacked. I mean, the countdown, it was going to be, I think it ended on July 21st when everything is going to get released onto the blockchain. I mean, we'll see what happens.
Oh, I didn't know. I don't remember that.
So I think it was the 21st is where it ended up being that day.
Okay.
So I don't know where we're at. And my sense is once we get out of July, we're fine in the crypto market. It's just, I don't know. This month is
July is just going to be crazy.
Yeah. So if by the dip,
August will be hot.
Yeah. Hot into the summer. Hot summer.
Yeah. I love it.
I can see that.
Oh yeah, and Jenny lives there. Okay, well, that may have to be a goal.
Well, she needs to hook us up with ideas and places and
location. Yeah, I'll connect with Jenny.
Yeah, get that all set up. Get that set up, Lisa. I'll just show up. I'll just roll on up.
Yeah, Jenny, send me an email, litecoinlisa2@gmail.com. Oh my goodness.
I'm trying to catch up with the chat. Love everybody in the chat, man.
I know. We have a great community. I'm really thankful. All right, guys.
Hot summer shower at Westwood. True. You know, I don't know. I didn't get very many views, and I don't know what happened. I posted something on Twitter. You should bring it up and play it. But I posted something on Twitter, Mitch's shower that he built.
I am a little concerned to.
No, it's fine. I'm good. Okay. I didn't post it on YouTube, but I posted it on Twitter. But it was Mitch's shower that he built. You saw that. That thing's awesome.
Yes, but
Charlie and Paulie,
summer shower Sounds
Well, it was
a
hot
little
out the other
weird.
day, so I took a shower and I made a video and I was talking about Mitch's shower.
While you were showering?
No, afterwards.
Oh, okay.
No, it was good. I mean, it's in my media feed on Twitter.
I'm trying to find it.
But it was yeah, I mean, I'm like, I thought I got kicked off Twitter or something. You know, I got ghosted or nobody's watching that thing.
You're
And
probably shadow banned, which everyone can
it
join.
got like
Mr.
less
T's,
100 views, nothing.
Mr. T has filed against Facebook and Twitter, and you can join those.
Ooh, I like that, Daddy-O. That sounds like a cool place.
You can join those lawsuits if you've had your channel
Come on,
banned
Torch,
or deleted,
stop.
like me. What?
No, I'm just talking to the people in the chat.
Somebody being vulgar.
Yeah.
I'm looking at other screens, so I can't see it.
All right. You not find it?
I see you. No, I see.
You see the shower? I took a picture. There's like a video of the shower.
Dancing. I see. Nope, I don't see him.
You don't. Come on, man.
I'm on your profile.
You're on my
There's you
Twitter.
with your don't assume my Tinder. There's us. Happy hour incoming, and you take a picture of your drink. There's Biden molesting a child.
Yeah.
There's.
Go to. Are you looking at the tweets?
Yes.
Okay, hang on. All right.
There's yesterday's show.
No, it's like I retweeted it. Yep. There's a picture of Kat, Mitch.
There's Kat and Mitchie.
Okay, keep going. Oh, you're almost there. There's like the shower, the outside of the shower.
Okay.
It's only got 100 views. And I'm like, what's going on? Come on, man. I usually get a lot more than that.
Good Lord, it was hard to find. Hold on.
Posted it. Should have tagged you, I guess.
Oh my gosh, it does look like you're naked. Okay. Hold on.
No, I'm not.
Okay, wait. Let me. Oh Lord, this will be good. Okay, good way to end this show.
Yeah, a good way to end it. Probably for the last time.
All right. Happy Friday, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa. Hey, I'll tell you what, I just got out of the shower and it was a nice shower. What this is an official built on site custom carpentry, Mitch, custom carpentry, Mitch, custom carpentry on Twitter, Crypto Campfire Podcast. He built this thing. This thing's amazing. Take a look at this.
Looks like you're on a tropical island.
Outdoor shower. Now, if you've got a place, a campsite, a cabin, something to where you want to get, let me adjust this a little bit. If you want to get some water in there and you want to take a shower and you've got people staying over, I'll tell you what, this is the place. I'm hot out today and today, hot summer here in Illinois, but everywhere else in this country. This thing, it's amazing. Look at this. Let's open this up. Let's take a look. We can got a door. Hey, Mitch built this on site. We got a place for the beer. We got a shelf back here.
Every shower needs a beer.
It's got a beer shelf.
Beer's not going to waste, brother.
Paulie P left that beer here. I'm drinking it.
If you need an outdoor shower, contact Cust Carpentry. I'm going to tag him below. He can build anything. He built this. Look at this. This is just from, materials that, we went out and.
Sorry. Whoops.
Cajun shower if you really want one. Spicy one. Zesty one, as Miss Teen Crypto says. So check out Mitch, Cust Carpentry on Twitter. Listen to the Crypto Campfire Podcast. He's a great dude. He'll build you anything you want. And you know what? He takes crypto. What better form of payment could you want? Sound money for the digital age, building sound things for, hot days. Kind of rhymes. All right. Just want to throw that out to you. It's refreshing. Boy, I tell you what, I might get back in and take another one. Love you all. Get yourself an outdoor shower.
And if you join Lisa's Patreon, you can get some after hours videos just like that.
Oh my god.
You might get a Westwood After Dark reading.
It might happen.
Man.
Oh my goodness.
Crazy stuff.
View. Oh, it's a beautiful
Yeah,
view.
it's got a great view. That shower has a great view. Mitch, he throws, boom, takes all the materials, boom, 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 throws it up, done. Crazy.
Yeah, love it.
Love it. So I'm using it. I'm telling you.
We could try doing happy hour.
I might go out and take one right now. I'm kind of feeling it.
Oh my goodness. What even? My dog is crying at me. Come here. She's like over here just crying.
Oh, there's the baby. Look at that baby. Just like my baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nana
Whoa.
spoiled her. We've been at Nana's for too many days. And
Oh, look at her.
She
looks just like her.
I know. We have twin dogs.
Yeah. If she were out here, I'd hold her up, but no. Looks just freaking like her. Oh my gosh. It's crazy.
All right. Well, I don't want to go because I love our community and our friends, but I guess I need to go feed my kid because he keeps walking down the hallway staring.
Well, just tell him to throw in like a microwave grilled cheese or something.
Well, if you turn the microwave on, then the Wi-Fi goes.
Well, go.
Don't know.
Go eat some Cheetos.
I don't know why. Don't we? This is 2021, right?
Throw him a bag of chips.
Turn the microwave on without.
Son, go get some chips and eat them. I mean,
it's good.
I mean, I'm playing after school. You know, I was like, you go find something to eat.
Hey, what if we also did some kind of referral for
Lisa's all? See, this is why I love Lisa. Her wheels are always turning.
Like bring a non-coin or somehow there's some kind of benefit. Like you get a free beer at the meetup if you bring a non-coin or two.
I'll be bringing like a half dozen, maybe a dozen non-coiners then.
There's got to be some way for us to do this to like make it where we can pay for, you know, us and the room and whatever.
Right, to be able to get there because
to get there.
$6 a gallon gas out in California right now.
Yeah, and be able to, you guys, if you have ideas to help pull this thing off and be able to bring some non-coiners and make.
Honestly, I just want to go on the road. I just want to get like a little mini RV, go on the road and educate people. And if I can make enough money to where I don't have to work and just like pay the bills and do what I need to do, I'm good. Yeah, I'll show up wherever. You know, seriously. I mean, I want to just get people into crypto.
Every other week, I don't have a kid. I could be on the road every other week.
Be like every other week. Lisa, picking you up. Let's go.
Yeah,
party on, Garth.
I would do that.
I know. It'd be so cool. I mean, it really would. You know, and it's just like you don't realize how much knowledge you have having gone through the last cycle and, you know, seeing the peak and then coming down. A lot of people are saying right now, oh my gosh, you know, it's done. It's done. Market's over. It's going to bottom out. You know, Bitcoin's going to $10,000. I love it when people start saying that because, you know, then they get kicked right in the teeth. You know, oh, it's going to go down. Yeah, now it could go to $24,000. I just want to say that. But then it's going to go right back up and then you'll be at $100,000 easy by the end of the year. But, you know, hopefully it happens this weekend. We get it over with. But I mean, everybody thinking, oh, it's over. You know, we've seen the run up. You know, it went to 64,000. It's not over. We're totally not done with this cycle.
We have to also change the mindset. It's not about making big gains. It's about
in dollar terms. It's about, and see, that's what the big boys are doing. To them, it's like I'm accumulating more of these, you know, whatever purple poker chips, you know, whatever the highest value one is. They want more. They want as many as they can get. And so if they can scare you to sell out of it, you know, by knocking the market down, bringing all these clowns out on TV, you know, saying, oh, it's over. SEC's coming in. This is going to happen. That's going to happen. If they can scare you out of it so that you sell it, they're going to pick it up. They're going to buy it because they know the game and they know that the old game is over. They know that all that money can get printed. But guess what? If they can print all the money they want, but they can't buy your Bitcoin. They can't buy your Litecoin if you don't sell it. And they want it. I mean, they want it so bad. And so they got to fear you into letting go of it. Don't let go of it. You've already won. The game's over. I mean, you know, this is the money. That's what I keep saying. It's sound money for the digital age. It is the money for the digital age. I mean, why do you think I keep talking about Litecoin and keep saying that? It's because it is the money and they want that money. They want to say, oh, it doesn't have any value. Oh, let go of that stuff. There, you know, go buy a steak dinner out there.
That's what they're buying. Yeah.
Exactly. Meanwhile, they're picking it up.
Yeah.
You've already
Okay,
won this
we're gonna
battle.
figure this out. We're going on the road.
All right.
Even Roxy will come. She
Oh
can.
my
She's a
gosh.
good road dog.
She's a road dog. You ever see Trailer Park Boys? I have a feeling it's going to be something like that.
No,
All right.
I'm not.
Not you.
I think it'll be fun to like meet all the people too. Like I had so much fun every time I've got to go to a meetup and meet the people that we talk with and see.
I'll be
and
walking
all
around with a
that.
red Solo
So,
cup all the time.
yeah, I'll walk around with a dog and a Yeti.
All right, there you go.
All right, love you guys. We will see you guys Monday with Mommy. And
Thank you for being
crypto
here.
news.
Seriously, I love everybody in this chat.
Yes.
I want to give them all a big hug. You know how I am, all freaking big teddy bear emotional. I want to hug everybody. So, thank you so much for being here. Every Friday, we do this at 4 p.m. Central Time. Please come back next Friday.
Join the Patreon, win a Digibyte package thing, and support the channel and help us with ideas about adoption and having some kind of meetup and whatever crazy thing we're trying to drum up and create.
We could auction off Roxy and make a bunch of
No. Oh my God. All my children have almost left me. I only have Cannon left. I'm going to lose the dog too.
We got CNR. We got Cannon and Roxy. But on the road, we're going to have GNR. All right, I'm done. I love everybody. Have a great weekend.
Love one another. Bye,
Buy
guys.
Litecoin.